For the first time in 21 years, LeBron James was not voted into the NBA All-Star starting lineup, and it really stunned the basketball world. This video breaks down how a streak that felt untouchable suddenly ended, what the All-Star voting numbers reveal, and why younger stars surged past one of the greatest players ever. The reactions from fans, media, and players tell a bigger story about where the league is heading next. Stay until the end to see why this moment may not be about disrespect at all, but about something much bigger quietly taking shape. LeBron James has been part of the NBA All-Star starting lineup for so long that it felt automatic. Every winter, fans expected his name to be called. Year after year, no matter the team, the age, or the season record, LeBron stood on the floor when the game tipped off. That streak lasted more than 2 decades. Then, suddenly, it ended. For the first time in 21 years, LeBron James was not voted into the All-Star starting lineup. When the starters were announced, his name was missing, and the basketball world stopped to react. Did this moment feel shocking to you? Or did it feel like something that was eventually going to happen? The All-Star game has always been about star power, popularity, and performance mixed together. Fans vote, players vote, and media members vote. All 3 groups help decide who starts. For most of LeBron's career, he dominated all 3. Fans loved him, players respected him, media trusted him. That combination made him nearly impossible to beat. Even in seasons when his team struggled, his name still rose to the top. That is what made this moment feel different. This time, the votes went another direction, and history quietly shifted. Were you surprised when you saw which players made it over him? The voting system itself played a big role. Fans control half of the vote, while players and media split the rest. That means popularity still matters a lot, but it is no longer the only thing that counts. Younger stars now have massive fan bases of their own. Players watch the games closely and often reward current performance. Media members focus on impact, availability, and team success. When all those factors are added together, even legends can slip. Does that system feel fair to you, or does it still favor certain players? So this season, LeBron missed some time early on because of an injury. And, while he came back and played some really strong basketball, those missed games definitely mattered. All-Star voting doesn't pause just because a star like LeBron is sidelined. Other players kept playing, kept scoring, and honestly, kept showing up on those highlight reels. In a crowded Western Conference, every single game counts toward visibility. While LeBron was working his way back into rhythm, other stars were out there building momentum. Should missed games matter this much when voting for an All-Star starter? The competition in the West was, honestly, pretty intense. Players like Luka Dončić, Stephen Curry, gilgeous-alexander, Nikola Jokic, and Victor Wembanyama all received heavy support from fans. These guys carried their teams, filled up the stat sheets, and delivered big moments night after night. Fans see them as both the present and the future of the league. With that level of talent, those all-star spots become limited really fast. When you look at that list, which name would you have removed to make room? Age, quietly played a role here too. At 41, LeBron is still incredibly productive, but the league is moving fast. New stars are younger, faster, and playing some heavy minutes. The All-Star game often reflects where the league is heading, not just where it's been. This doesn't erase LeBron's greatness, but it definitely shows a shift. The NBA is entering a new chapter, and the faces on the posters are changing. Does seeing this shift make the league feel more exciting, or maybe a bit more unfamiliar? For many fans, this moment felt emotional. LeBron has been part of basketball life for over 2 decades. Some fans grew up watching him, and others became fans because of him. Seeing his streak end feels like watching time move forward in a way that cannot be stopped. Even though he may still be selected as a reserve, the symbolism of not starting hits differently. Do moments like this remind you how quickly sports eras can end? The word snub has been used often, but it really depends on perspective. A snub suggests something unfair, but from another angle, this could simply be the result of numbers and timing. The voting system worked as designed. Other players earned more support this year. LeBron did not disappear. He just finished outside the top group. Does calling it a snub change how the moment feels, or does it reflect frustration from fans? Social media reactions were loud and fast. Some fans called the decision disrespectful, while others said it was overdue. Debates filled comment sections within minutes. Clips of LeBron highlights were shared as proof he still belongs, and clips of other stars were shared to show why change makes sense. The conversation became less about one game and more about legacy. How much should history matter when choosing who starts an exhibition game? LeBron's legacy is already secure. Records, championships, MVPs, and longevity have placed him among the greatest ever. One All-Star starter streak ending does not change that. Still, symbols matter in sports. Starting the All-Star game has always been a visible sign of dominance. Losing that spot feels like passing a torch, even if no one officially hands it over. When legends step aside without announcing it, how should fans respond? There is also the question of motivation. LeBron has often used moments like this as fuel. Doubt, criticism, and setbacks have powered some of his best stretches of basketball. Being left out of the starting lineup could add another spark, or it could simply be accepted as part of a long journey nearing its final chapters. Do you think moments like this still motivate a player with nothing left to prove? The All-Star game itself will go on. New starters will take the floor. The spotlight will shine on different faces. Yet LeBron's presence will still be felt, whether as a reserve or as a major talking point. Cameras will find him. Fans will cheer him. His influence does not disappear with one vote. The game has space for both honoring the past and celebrating the present. Can both exist without one overshadowing the other? This moment also raises questions about how fans vote. Younger fans connect with players they watch daily on social media and highlight reels. Loyalty shifts faster than it once did. Attention moves quickly. Legends are respected, but excitement often wins. The All-Star game reflects fan culture as much as basketball skill. Is that what the event should represent, or should it lean more toward tradition? As the season continues, the focus will return to wins, losses, and playoff races. This All-Star moment will become a chapter rather than the whole story. LeBron will keep playing, fans will keep watching, the league will keep moving forward. Still, when history marks this season, it will note the year the streak ended. Where do moments like this rank in the story of a legendary career? Whether seen as a snub, a shift, or simply a result, this moment matters because it shows change in real time. Basketball does not stop for anyone, not even its greatest stars. That reality can be tough, but it is also what keeps the game alive. When the next All-Star starters are announced years from now, this moment may be remembered as the quiet start of something new. How will you remember it when looking back? If this made you stop and think about how fast the NBA is changing, stay connected for what comes next. New stars are rising, legends are writing their final chapters, and every season adds another unforgettable twist to the story. Make sure to like this video if it helped break things down clearly, and share it with another basketball fan who has followed LeBron's journey from the very beginning. Subscribe to the channel for more NBA stories, game breakdowns, and moments that shape the league in real time. And before you go, drop a comment with your take. Was this a real snub, or just the NBA turning the page to a new era?
Wow.